Okay, so I just got out of watching Godzilla X Kong New Empire, and I gotta say, this movie was ridiculous, but so ridiculous, it was pretty fun. Like, cheesy, goofy, all that good stuff. If you're looking for like a film that has like good story, good plot elements, then this film is probably not for you. It's nothing like Godzilla Minus, which is a masterpiece, which was an emotional, compelling story about Godzilla, how he's a force of nature, and how people are just trying to survive with trauma following the war, following the end of society, following collapse. It's more like a post-apocalyptic cautionary tale, that film. Now Godzilla X Kong, this movie is literally all fights. Think about it like this: it's kind of like Dragon Ball with JJK, with Kong throwing hands with a different Kong. And by the way, spoilers for the film, so if you are planning on watching it, I recommend skip this video unless you don't really care about spoilers. But yeah, honestly, this movie is stupidly fun. I give it 8 out of 10. Like, the film is kind of more of a Kong focused narrative. Like, you follow King Kong and his journey, how he's adapting to the Hollow Earth, because if you watch the previous film, when Godzilla and King Kong battled and then they ended up battling Mechagodzilla, they came to a truce of sorts. Godzilla takes the surface world, Kong takes the Hollow Earth world, and in this film we kind of get to see a little bit more of Kong's backstory. Same with the little girl from Skull Island. She finds her people, Kong finds his people, but in doing so he reveals the Scar King, which is an ancient enemy of Godzilla. One of my critiques about this film is how Scar King didn't really do a whole lot. He was kind of hyped up to be the big bad, how he feared Godzilla, but he really didn't do a whole lot against Godzilla, and I'm curious how in the world he was able to 1v1 Godzilla to begin with, to give him so much trouble that Godzilla banished him to the center of the earth. I don't really understand that, but Kong with his infinity gauntlet type of thing was stupidly awesome. Some of the human characters, they're just kind of there. They're just there just to like motivate Godzilla, just to motivate King Kong. Mainly this is a Kong focused film, which I really enjoy, because come on, big monkey fighting other big monkeys, fighting lizard, that's gotta be fun. That's gotta be something. Like, the Godzilla parts of the films was essentially him just getting stronger, absorbing energy, not doing a whole lot till the final battle. And the final battle itself was pretty cool, and like seeing Kong in general just throwing hands, using fists, using weapons, I really like that. As far as like the Scar King and his society of giant apes being able to have their own type of civilization and develop their own form of weapons was pretty intriguing. For a second I thought I was watching Planet of the Apes, but except they're like 300 feet or 300-story monkeys, apes, whatever. It was just pretty cool. As the Scar King as a villain, I thought it was okay. The beast he was riding, Godzilla, whatever the case is, I thought that was a pretty cool monster design. Like, Godzilla and King Kong teaming up was pretty fun. I really like the name change. Instead of Godzilla versus King Kong, it's Godzilla X Kong. So they interact, they have a common understanding. You have Mothra back in this film. Overall, it's such a fun film. I honestly give it an 8 out of 10. It's more like a spectacle type of film. So if you want to kill time, if you want to go watch something with your friends, definitely go do this, because it's mostly a film I would like to recommend for the boys type of film, like you and the gang type of film. Just hang out, watch something relaxing. This is that type of movie. If you're expecting like a deep story, you're not gonna get it out of this film. It's just big monsters battling each other. That's just my thoughts on the Godzilla film. But yeah, 8 out of 10 for me, because it was just a whole lot of fun. The human characters just kind of there, but I'm really excited to see where the franchise goes next. I'm really hoping that they do Space Godzilla, since they've only done like everything on Earth. I really hope that they go down the route with aliens, or maybe they do with more mecha monsters such as Mecha Ghidorah or Mecha King Ghidorah. But Space Godzilla would be pretty cool, not gonna lie. But yeah.